Hi guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. I'm AJ, and we about to, and this is actually my first video. So if I sound a little bit shaky or a little bit nervous, that's because it's my first video. So no hate on the comments. So let's get into it. So you guys, I gotta ask you guys something, and it's what's your guys' opinion about comic books? You see, as a kid, I always loved reading any type of books, like a regular book, a light novel, or a comic book, and a manga. Yeah, and the thing I love about reading these different types of books is looking at the art. Art. Don't you get that one feeling where when you reading a book and you can just imagine yourself in the book, like it brings you that wonderful feeling, like that good warm feeling, like watching the art. Right, it's amazing, like the world building, the characters, the side characters, the story. It's amazing. The passion and I got reading those books, especially the manga. Yeah, my personal favorite is Naruto. So, because I always felt connected with the characters. And today, I want to show you guys what I've been working on for the past few months and a year. Here, I use my passion to make a wonderful book. And I want to show you guys. Right, it's kind of like a tutorial, but a fun one. Why don't I show you about what I use from all the books I read into my book. So I'll sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Alright, okay, so this is the comic book I was talking about. This is called the Rick comic. I made this last year here during the summertime. And I had a lot of fun making this. It just took me like the whole summer to make this. So this book has 5 stories in one book, and it's made by High School Comic Inc., which is my company. It's made by me, of course. And these are the little characters. There's the yellow one. One is Rick, but sometimes I name Ricky. This is Mono, this is Jumbo, and this is Gary. And we about to see a wonderful story. So a little tale starts off on story 1. And this story takes place on May 16th, or the 6th. It's 2008. Where we see Rick, who's about to start off his new life in a new town. We get a little world building here. Not really, but start somewhere. And these are our other character. He met on Omega. And he's started showing him around on the house. So it's looking very nice. You guys can actually pause and read. So he shows them upstairs, and he shows him the place where he'd be staying. And he shows him in Jumbo's room. And Rick says, weird. Yeah, because of Rick's car. And they met Jumbo, which is a real big guy that don't wear a shirt. Because no shirt can fit him. And then after showing him around, he said he can stay here as a permanent home. He says, the end. And so our next story, he starts off a few days later on May 12th, 2008, where we see Rick sleeping until he accidentally rolls over too much and he falls off. And then Mo got woken up by this and said, how the hell you got out of bed? And Rick is dizzy from that fall. calls it. Rick, wake up! And then he wakes up. Up, and he says, here, I got you. Nah, he says, yes, here's the stuff that you need to get for today at the store. Gives him the list, and a few minutes later, he goes to the store, grab the groceries, and while he's walking out, he sees he's a homeless guy, which is Gary, who's sitting in a box, looking poor. And after they've seen this guy like cry his heart out, saying he's poor, he has nobody, Rick feels bad, and he says, you know what, you can live with me, because that's the type of guy he is. And so they start to know each other a little bit. Yup. And then they met. He done blah blah blah. Gary asked them on where he's gonna be staying, and he said up the attic. So he goes up to Rick, asks him, you know where the attic is? And he said, I think it's up there. So they go up there, and he asks him, this is where you want to stay at? And he said, sure. And that's where they're stay. And then a few days later, on May 20th, 2008, where Gary wants to go to the store, or since he's bored and has nothing to do, so 20 minutes later, they go to the Rican store, where Rick just walking around saying, this is boring ass. And Rick sees something, a little big pencil. Before he can grab it, he sees a little note, and it's a warning. Do not touch this pencil. It is very dangerous, and where you draw can come to life. And on the mother of God, do not take it. He says, man, that's BS. The next day, Rick was wondering what if that note was real. So he started to doodle real fast, just doing whatever. And then he sat his arm and said, looks neat. And then all of a sudden, kaboom! Oh, random, I'm drawing, it came to life. He's like, uh-oh. And then it attacks him. And Rick got mad. He said, why you? Punched him so hard, it broke the comic panel and knocked his teeth out. And Rick, he was shocked. And he was like, wait a minute, am I in a comic book? And then he started bending the pages. He's like, whoa, this is weird. So weird. And then he started pushing himself out his own book. Popped up in our world for a little bit, because he looked at himself and said, ugh, I look hideous. I'm never doing this again. Just like how most Hollywood studios will be when they bring a cartoon character in the real world and it does terribly in the box office. And then Rick decided to break the fourth wall, says his little hello. Oh there. You're enjoying the comic book so far? Or he says, there's one more story we gotta show y'all. And then it shows a little drawing of what he used to look like as a little fun fact, because this is actually his original design. I based him off this one character I saw in Banjo-Kazooie. So you know what that character looks like? This is what I based him off of. I mean, hey, this is what... Never mind. So he says, but let's get back to the comic. And then he shows them what this pencil does. It's a lot of money. They celebrate and they go out to see the nice sunset next month. To join the few. Just two bros. And nothing gay happens. The end. But we have one more story, which is the
story that Jumbo made when he also came into the real world. Because why the hell not? So this is his daily life where he wakes up, watch TV, and eats his little breakfast while watching Saturday morning cartoons. That's fun. And then he plays his little games with the bros, plays a little fighting game and wins. And he has crappy internet. And it goes in Gary's attic to see what he got up there. And he sees he's a little Playboy magazines. You can see with the lady with the tatas. And Gary's not happy. He is mad. And for the rest of the day, he just find where food laying around and just eats it. And he goes to sleep. But there's this weird looking demon guy behind him. And this guy is important. And later on in the story, he said, I'll be back. And then his little arm slivers in Rick's room and dig in his mind. And the story ends for now.